It's so
There's an intro.
it's so ridiculous. Just because I pressed record, I was like, oof, my lips are so dry, like, and I probably need to drink a sip of water. But okay. So the beautiful morning dialogue.
Yeah.
What do you think about when you wake up in the morning? Like the first thing you think about?
Yeah. The thing is that I used to, when I did before Vipassana and some courses on spiritual development.
Yeah.
We used to have this practice of beware of what the last thought of the day is, like just before you sleep. And the first minute when you wake up, that's like the most important, because that is your setting of the day.
Yeah.
I'm not practicing it at the moment, just for you to know, but it's, I think, the beautiful practice to follow in general.
Yeah.
To be consciously aware of what you're thinking. And I was also doing the smiling exercise. Like if you have a smile just before you sleep, and if you have a smile when you wake up in the morning, the day turns to be more beautiful. And it's true.
Yeah.
So right now, though, I am going to, after this conversation, I think, start it again. Because I needed a reminder about this.
Yeah.
But in general, the morning dialogue sets the whole day, and unfortunately lately I've been stressing myself more than comforting myself.
Yeah.
And today was, I think, the first time when it changed for me, because I usually wake up when my daughter wakes up. It's around 6 o'clock in the morning, so I hear her voice from the monitor and I have to just get myself up and go for her. So this is like the start of the day. Today I woke up before her, so I had my time. And I think that is so important, to have your time. To actually allow yourself to wake up, allow yourself to notice where you are.
Yeah.
To acknowledge what you are about to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Because again, this is the most important part of the day, when you do things for you. This is how the whole day is going to be written after this. So the inner dialogue would be about the motivation, about the things that inspire.
Yeah.
And why I do things for me. And for others then too.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that that is like the pattern of it, like what you need to do for you first and then for others. I think that's such an important, I mean, it might sound small, but that's the whole key, I feel, and I believe, that I take care of me first, because then I can take care of others from that place, from that beautiful place, not from a place of lacking something for myself and therefore I do things for others, but because I'm so fulfilled within myself, through myself, that I can now give from that place to others. Because I think that there is a difference, I think that there is a beautiful difference, and I think that the people receiving can also feel that, from that energy. So that's really cool. Yeah. And I love what you said about, smiling, and that practice of smiling, and how that really helps and elevates, your morning. And I've found that, listening to affirmations as I sleep is such a beautiful way for me to wake up in the morning and feel positive, feel motivated, feel energized, because I've been listening all night long to these beautiful statements, that are really boosting me from the inside, from like my subconscious mind. And as I wake up to my conscious mind, I'm there, it's really cool, like the way that it reprograms my mind. So yeah, but thank you for, and thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful. And I mean, obviously that's why we're talking about this today, because the both of us needed this reminder. Before, like when I woke up this morning, because I didn't listen to affirmations all night last night or this night. And so when I woke up, I was like, oh, first of all, I didn't want to get up at all. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to like move this whole day until tomorrow. And I thought I was laying there thinking about this for an hour, but it was actually just 10 seconds or something like that. It was just so short. I was so surprised when I looked at the clock, because it was only like a few seconds over 7 and I was supposed to get up at 7. But I allowed myself to just listen to my voice, my inner voices, you know, these beautiful parts that were like battling with each other, giving beautiful arguments for why I should just stay in bed. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. It was like they were done. They just needed to say that. They just needed to be allowed to share. Like the woman in me, the feminine energies in me wanted to just let it all out. And then it was quiet. And then I was calm. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to get up now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. But it's such a big difference for me, like when I listen to affirmations and when I don't listen to affirmations, because I also feel like I sleep so much deeper when I have that in the background as I'm sleeping. And it doesn't need to be that loud. Like I thought it needed to be so loud so that I can hear every sentence and every word. And I was like, how am I ever gonna sleep with this like in the background? but I realized that it doesn't need to be loud at all. Like you can just barely hear it, and that's enough. Because your subconscious mind will hear everything. It takes in everything. And it's so cool. Like it's so powerful.
Amazing. So you listened through the whole night to the affirmations?
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. And it's so easy to find, like on YouTube. I just Google like or search for on YouTube sleep affirmations, and then you will just get like so many results. And there are like ones that are 2 hours long, 4 hours long, 8 hours long, 10 hours long. And then I've just been, trying different, voices and music and affirmations. Sometimes when I've had like health issues and stuff, I listen to health affirmations. When I have wanted to manifest more, I listen to like manifestation affirmations or self-love affirmations. And it works like magic for me. It's really cool. Yeah.
That is cool. I need to try to do that throughout the whole night, because usually the affirmations, they come for, let's say, half an hour or so, and we don't really put through the whole night something that our subconscious mind can intake, and we underestimate the power of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I don't use headphones. I just have like a little music box next to my bed, and then I have it on very, very quiet. That's all. Because I tried it with the headphones, but that didn't work for me. I couldn't sleep with that. Like I move around a lot when I sleep, so they just fell out. And yeah,
that bothers me as well. I cannot sleep with headphones. I tried something like that before, but not affirmations. I was listening to hertz.
Yeah.
Like these frequencies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I love that too. That's so beautiful. Well, you have to send me some examples of that so I can try some of your like frequency music, and I'll send you some of the affirmations that I listen to from YouTube, and we can link them in this conversation as well if anyone else wants to try it.
Yes, that's perfect. That's a great idea. I'm going to put the ones that I use. I use it a lot for meditation as well, for sleeping. Even my husband began loving it.
Oh wow!
So, yeah,
beautiful. Wow, I love that. Yeah, because it's kind of hard, when you're sleeping in the same room, if he doesn't want to listen to it, but I want to listen to it. So that's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we share about that.
Yeah.
What else about the morning? Let's explore the morning subject. I think it's beautiful.
I think so too. And I also just want to like share that I think for me, it's been really important to be kind to myself when I've been exploring like especially the inner dialogue in the morning. I think that that's been really important to just invite that with kindness and invite that with care, because the more angry and upset that I became with the voices, the louder they were screaming, you know. And so also another thing with the morning, I used to like just get up in the morning and then I did everything exactly the way I normally did everything, and like I was not paying attention and I was not aware of my body, what was going on, where I am, anything. I was just like wake up, brush my teeth, organize with the dogs, have some breakfast, well, go to work. And even though that worked, I realized that the more I became aware of why am I doing this, or why do I wake up at this time, or why am I drinking this type of drink, or how does that actually feel in my body, and like when I shower, how does it feel to have the water touch my skin, and like when I put my lotion on, like can I become aware of the sensation of my hand touching my skin? Can I love myself through this routine, you know, and be conscious while I'm doing it? And it was just so cool when I started doing that, because that I realized that was also a way for me to give myself love, you know, self-love, which I believe is super important for life, everything in life, you know.
I love it, and thank you for sharing, because even guiding me through it, the way you describe it, it takes me back to, this is so amazing to actually be so aware of these things.
Yes.
And it just reminded me about one of the tips about the motherhood. When I was preparing to have a child, I knew that I'm not going to have much help, but I was listening to these mothers, you know, and watching these funny videos, you know, when they are so exhausted and they are so not good looking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, this is coming. And I was actually very afraid of that.
Yeah.
And I said, the only thing that is going to take me through, I have to take a shower every morning.
Yeah.
And that would mean for me that my day is great.
Yeah.
That would just mean that everything is fine, that I have time for me, that everything just works.
Yeah.
And just by giving myself this statement and this belief and putting it up here, it made the first 1 year, 1.5 years, that was really difficult.
Yeah.
So much easier, because the morning I stepped in that shower and I told my husband that I said, look, I just need 10 minutes every day, every morning. This is very important for everyone's sake.
Yes.
This is very important.
Yeah.
So if I have 20, 30 would be of course great, but if we don't have time, if you have to go to work, I mean, there are things, I always have 10 minutes. Please just give me those 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No matter the time of the morning, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, 6, 7, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The moment I stepped in that shower and I allowed the water run through my body, I was reminding myself every single time, because it was such a deep statement in me, that everything is fine. Yes. You have time for you. It's okay. Everything else is going to continue and flow the way it should, but this time is your time and you have that time.
Wow. Wow.
And it took me, thank God, I've managed to prepare myself with that, because it was funny in the beginning, you know, it was just based on the funny videos, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need to take coffee, you know, I don't need, because there is also the stigma about the cold coffees and not having time to eat. That doesn't matter to me. The most important was that those few minutes that I was by myself.
Yeah.
Nothing around me. So the time stopped, the world stopped, nobody else was there. And that is why the me subject is so important in us.
Wow.
When we get this balance and when we get this understanding that it all starts with you.
Yeah.
And that's why the morning is the most important time. And that's why I love it, the way you share that you have to allow those inner voices to happen. Don't fight them. Yeah. Just allow everything of that kind to happen, and acknowledge that it's there and it's you and it's beautiful. There is no one like you. Yeah. And you don't have to fight with you, you know. Yeah. And all those things is just, I think that's the most important setting that we all can have.
Wow. Oh, Thank you for sharing that. Like, that was so beautiful. And so I'm just hearing so much beautiful personal responsibility in that as well. Like, my God, you really made sure that you got what you needed. You needed the 10 minutes for you so that you could give to yourself, so that you then could give to those around you. And I just think that's so beautiful and so powerful. And this is a reminder that we need all the time. And especially, I think, because I'm not a mom, but you are. And especially for moms, like, to hear this reminder and this message and the power that lays within that. And to be, because you're also communicating so clearly to your husband that this is important to you. And I also hear that you have that openness and willingness to be like, I understand if you have to go to work. I understand if you can't give me half an hour, but I need my 10 minutes. How can we make that happen? Like, opening up for the both of you to find a way that works for you. I just, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that.
Thank you. And that's also important what you just said, that the fact of me asking in the beginning, I actually found some resistance.
Yeah.
Because the first human response would be, whoa, but why are you getting it and I'm not getting it?
Yeah.
But this response only comes when we are not allowing ourselves to have that.
Yeah.
So it's so important to actually feel yourself before you start giving, because that is the place from where you can start giving.
Yes.
And I find that not only in general, it's an observation. Yes, people would snap at each other.
Yeah.
Just because they didn't give something to themselves.
Yes.
You're not asking in the end of the day anything of the partner or of the child or husband or a friend. No, we're actually suppressing something within us.
Yeah.
That we didn't give to us.
Yes.
So give yourself first, and you will not be in a position that you have to be angry at someone else for someone else having something.
Yeah.
Because they can and you cannot.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I also think that sometimes you need the bravery within you to actually give to yourself. Sometimes you just have to find that bravery within you to actually make that time and to do those things that you know will do you so good. Because maybe sometimes we feel like we don't deserve it. Maybe sometimes we feel like we should give to someone else first because that's easier. Or sometimes we feel like we don't have time or whatever it might be. But to be brave and willing to give to yourself, I think that is like a beautiful reminder to share today. Like, and also about the self-love, to really incorporate that into your everyday living in as much as you can. Like, even when we're like in business and we're doing business things and we end up feeling resistance or whatever it might be, to be brave, to take a peek into that, little self-love, or those 10 minutes in the shower or whatever, to really remind ourselves of, it's from this place that I want to live. It's from this place that I want to give and serve. So, yeah, that was beautiful. I really needed this reminder today. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yes, I think we both in this case needed that, because I did not come from that place originally.
Yeah.
And when you were just saying that you have to be brave because sometimes it's easier to give to others, and sometimes that you think that you don't deserve it, this is exactly where I came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is exactly what I had to work on and fight within me and restructure in me. Because I was going to become just a big angry ball by the age of 46.
Oh, I'm so happy that we had this conversation. I'm so happy about everything that we got to share with each other. And thank you so much for giving your perspective and point of view of your morning and why that's important to you and how you create that for yourself. And I'm definitely gonna give that a go with the smiling in the morning. And also what you said about thinking about, what was that? Thinking about one good thing before I go to bed?
Yeah, in general, catching yourself on the thoughts that you have 1 minute before you're about to sleep. So what are you setting your sleep with? So leave this one beautiful thought for just the end of the day and concentrate on that thought. It can be a dream, it can be just a gratitude for what happened to you during the day or something. Concentration on love towards someone.
Yeah.
The same thing when you just wake up, try to catch this thought.
Yeah.
Something beautiful. But if you smile, if you manage to get the smile, your brain will automatically look for things that are making you smile.
Yeah, right.
How it works, the connection.
How it works, yeah. That's beautiful. I'm definitely gonna give that a go because I love that. I really do. So thank you so much for today.
And thank you for today and inviting everyone to your morning routine, because that was absolutely beautiful. And you know what I'm doing to want to go and do? Put lotion to feel the sensation on my skin.
Right? It's just like sometimes we forget, like, this is actually my skin. Like, this is my hand, this is my skin, and I can feel my hand touching my skin. Sometimes I forget that. So, yeah.
It was very beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and do that.
You go do that, and thank you so much for today, beautiful. And I'm just going to turn the recording off now.